Hey everybody, Addicts Radioactive here, and we are back with another episode, and we're going to talk about today why have I been ghosted, and where have I been, and why there's been no new content. But before we get into that, obviously I got to give you all the big hugs. Oh, I broke the camera. Actually, I just walked into a bucket or my desk. Oh, big hugs. Oh, you guys are the best huggers. Lick. So, guys, thanks for coming back. And yes, we are going to discuss where I have been and what's been going on. But before I do too much, 1 second here, I gotta shut the door. Come on, boys. Come on. Get your butt in here. Come on, follow. Get your butt in here and lay down. Gotta yell at the doggies. Sorry, guys, I had to shut the door and let my doggies in here. You'll probably hear them prancing around a little bit in the background. Hubby's trying to sleep right now and don't need them up. So, the reason why I have been away and I have no new content is actually not something I really wanted to ever discuss, and that is I had death threats. Credible death threats. Like, this person was giving my personal information out and telling people where I lived, where I grew up, what kind of vehicle I drove, some of my past careers, and all kinds of stuff. And I just like, whoa. And I turned it over to law enforcement, and I'm going to let the law enforcement handle it. That's their job. So, yes, these were credible death threats, and the person who did it was someone that I was trying to help. Some people have seen the full conversation between me and this person. The person was in my group chat and was claiming to be suicidal. And turns out this person's just not all right upstairs, if you know what I mean. I'm not going to say who the person is. I don't want to know. If you do know the person, I don't want you attacking the person. It's being handled by law enforcement, and that's the way it's going to be. But this person has a history of issues like this in the past. And like I said, law enforcement is handling this. I did turn it over to them as with all the conversations and everything, just to protect myself. And yeah. So the reason why I ghosted was during the time that this stuff was all being handled, I just didn't feel comfortable being on social media. I was actually considering leaving social media altogether. That's Facebook, Twitter, Telegram, Howler, this, and so many more. And honestly, I'm not going to let that one person run my life. I'm going to be here. I'm going to be happy. I'm going to be continuing to make the content that I like to make. And Doggo's just threw himself down on the floor for some reason. That's Odin for you, my German Shepherd. He don't know how to lay down gently. He just throws himself on the floor, and now he's sniffing my butt for some reason. Why are you sniffing my butt? Ah, dogs. Love them, can't live without them, but Jesus, leave my butt alone. Yes, I'm talking to you. But see, the thing is, they don't ever bother me when I'm just sitting on the couch playing games or watching TV. They want to bother me when they know I'm here talking to you guys because they want to talk to you guys. Maybe I should do a video where I let Odin and Apollo, my two dogs, just take over the video. They're going to come talk to you guys in a video coming soon. They're going to come tell you what they like, and you're going to spend a day with them. Best content ever. But yes, with these credible death threats and the situation now being handled by law enforcement, and I will be personally making a trip if it comes to it to prosecute, because death threats are not something you take lightly. Threats of any kind, physical, emotional, just any of that stuff is not cool in my book. So if you ever have a situation where someone is giving you death threats or threatening you, turn it over to law enforcement, let them do their jobs. It's much better for you because it protects you. And, in some situations, I end up going to jail. And, I hate to put anyone in jail, but if they're going to cause death threats, then yes. Number two reason I haven't been with new content was because I was having some issues with my graphics card, which are no longer an issue. Hubby had to get a new computer for his work stuff and didn't need a high-end graphics card, but his computer came with an RTX 3080. Well, guess who got a new graphics card? I stole his and gave him mine. It works because he doesn't do gaming like I do, and the one I had will do everything he does. So now I got the new graphics card, so that makes everything work better. So yes. I finally got a better graphics card. The old one wasn't bad. It wasn't able to keep up for some reason, and it could just been something I was doing wrong. But the new graphics card has been working much better. Hi Max. Uh, hi buddy. But yes, so with the death threats, I was kind of ghosting and staying away. Um, I'm sorry. It's just I didn't feel comfortable doing these videos, and I just really didn't feel. Lay down, boys. They don't want to hear you walking in the background. I just didn't feel comfortable. I'm just going to leave it at that. Also, Gateway Fur Meet is coming up in St. Louis, Missouri. I will be there if any of you want to come out and hang out. We are running the baby fur panel there, as well as doing a few other extracurricular activities after the baby fur panel. And you must be 18 or older to attend the baby fur panel. You must be 18 years or older to attend any of the room parties that I may or may not be a part of. These are just general rules. I do know that some of you may not be 18 that follow this channel. Sorry, you have to be 18. And shame on you for watching stuff you're not supposed to. No, I'm joking. This channel, I mean, really is just my life, and it just me. And, well, that weirdo standing right over there staring at me. Yeah, we see him. He's over there staring. His name's Goblin. See? He's just staring at me or whatever. That little thing. That little thing right there. See him? Here, let's get you a better look. Ooh, dizziness. That thing. Hey, if you don't mind, if you're in my, I don't know if you're in my Telegram chat or not, but if you are, let my Telegram know. Yeah, if anybody's in my Telegram that's watching, uh, oh, okay. Hey, if anybody's in my Telegram chat that's watching this, would you mind letting everybody know that I am live? I forgot. I'm a bad doggo. Also, another thing I want to just kind of go over real quick, and I know this is a boring video compared to what you guys want. I am not. This is not my avatar. I did not create this avatar. This avatar does not even represent my persona. It's just a free base that friends let me use that he found in a world. So it's a free avatar. Anyone can use this avatar. There's a lot of different features, like you can make it have little things on its arms, legs, this nice little vest here. That's what we're going to call this thing. It's not the other thing that we all know it really is. It's a vest for now. For YouTube, it's a vest. There's all kinds of things you can do. You can change eye color and all kinds of different fun features with this avatar. And I am using it because I thought it was cute. I loved it. And the one, I'm hoping to get one made of my Sona very soon. And now my neighbor is going to show how much of a redneck he really is, because he's going to just romp on his truck, which I'm kind of jealous just because my truck isn't that loud yet. But yes, that's why I have been ghosted and I haven't been really active on social media and here. Also, for those that talk to me on Howler, we have to discuss this. Howler is of today, from what I understand, is vroom 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 vroom. That's what he's doing. But Howler as of today is no more. They're shutting it down. I'm saddened. I know you're all saddened. There's a new app that they're not the owners of. Howler are not associated. That's coming. That's out. I'm not part of that app. I was actually not really part of Howler. I had the account, but I rarely used it because it was always having issues with like the messaging on there, and just easier to tell people to talk to me on Telegram. So, speaking of that, 18 plus or older, we have a Telegram. We have a Discord that's for all ages, because you have to be 18 or older to get into the not safe for work areas of that Discord. Those are not linked below in this video. They will be in the next one. This is a live stream. It's kind of hard to link that stuff for me yet. I could probably do it now with the new software. But yes, videos are coming back. I am sorry I have been so space-cased. But work has been really busy, then the whole death threats and everything, yada, yada, yada. I'm not gonna go back over what we've been talking for the last 10, 15 minutes. So, yeah. Hi, everybody that joined. Max, Kenny, Spaz, AB the Dragon, Oist, Cairo. So why are people sending death threats? So this individual that sent me a death threat, I know I talked about it earlier in the video. I will go ahead and talk about it again because some of you just joined. So the individual sent me a death threat. If you were in my Telegram chat, that's like my Clubhouse chat. That's where this started. The person started saying they were suicidal in that chat. Me, as the owner of the chat, reached out, and like I said, I have the whole conversation saved. I am not going to make those public because I'm not blasting the individual, because I found out more about this individual and they're just got special needs. I think is the proper way to say it. Maybe not. Hate me if you want. But this person gave me credible death threats. They were giving my legal information that they had no way of getting. They were sending people pictures of my house, photos I have never shared with the furry fandom whatsoever. Um, and they told me they were going to slaughter me. Very credible. um, it was turned over to the police. Law enforcement has handled it, or is handling it. I don't know. Unless they call me and say, hey, do you want to press charges? Then I off to somewhere in the world to press charges, because I will go press charges on this. Definitely with as much information of my personal use, my personal information that they put out there in front of other people, including past jobs and careers I've worked. But basically, the person was saying they were suicidal in the room. I privately messaged them, said, hey, is everything okay? You want to talk about this? Is there anything I can do to help you? For some of you don't know that I have worked in public safety in many different forms throughout my life. And one of the things that, my triggers is when someone says they're suicidal, because you don't know. And when I say trigger, I don't mean in a bad way. I mean, it turns off the little switch. It turns on, the, hey, what can I do to help this person switch? And in this situation, the person was not really suicidal. They were doing it for attention. And yes, I do know this for a fact. The law enforcement agency I contacted, verified that no, they were not suicidal. This person is known to be doing this stuff. So, it's not the first time. They are very special. So, yes, the death threats were real, and there was a lot of issues there going on. So, what do you do in that situation other than, because up to that, all I was doing was trying to see where I could help them if they were really being suicidal. Because, there's a lot of different reasons why people are suicidal. Some are because they're lonely, some are because they feel like no one's there for them. Sometimes it's home issues and job issues. And there's a multitude of cyberbullying and other stuff that can also lead to that. There's also people that are in our community, both furry and ABDL, baby fur, yada, 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 that could also be dealing with different reasons why they feel suicidal. And I'm not going to talk a lot about suicidal stuff because I am not an expert. I am not, you know, I'm not going to sit here and claim to be an expert on something I'm not. Simple as that. But I was trying to help the person where I could. And like I said, unfortunately, once they figured out I was just trying to help them. They turned it and they just started, well, I'm going to kill you and yada, yada, yada again. Some people have seen the full chat before, people that need to see the full chat have seen the full chat. I'll say that. Even the officer said I did the right thing, and that sometimes just when you do the right thing, it just goes bad like that. But luckily, the person's hopefully getting help. They have now been banned from all of my social media as well as here. Just as much as I hated to do it, it's just to protect myself and you guys and everyone else. Oop. Let's see. I'm getting taped up for my DTD. Nice! I want a DTD. I want a new suit. Yeah, Bach or Bark. BARQ is the new howler, basically. Yeah, it's always big yikes. Yes, thanks for liking the new avatar. It's not mine. I just talked about it earlier in the video. This is actually a free avatar on here that you can use. And if anybody knows what all happened with this big ban wave, because apparently there is a lot of worlds that were furry and other things that were avatars and worlds that were banned recently on here. So luckily, none of my avatars that I use for my personal use, or like this one here that was a free one that I get to use, none of these have been banned. But one of my friends have a ton of their stuff was all banned. Like, not that they made it, but they used in worlds that they liked going to are now gone. And I find it funny because I was just in a world not too long ago where there were certain things that you could ride that uh, all I'm going to say is a fox in a stable makes this would be like going to school, being a good school day, like, or going to church. There we go. Makes fox in a stable look like going to church, and you can ride things in this that world. And I've seen that world, and that world is still here. I don't know about fox in a stable, but the other world is still here. And let's just say, yeah, run. Oh man, it's great to be back. Agreed, Night Sparkle. Yes, it's always important never to give that stuff out. Unfortunately, that stuff was never given out to this person. They found it. I know how they found the address, and I finally got all that figured out. Um, but yeah, agreed. Never give out personal info. That's another thing I want to talk about. Max Lab, you know about this because you recently tried to join this group. I want to just address something. I'm not going to put the group up here yet because I do have a video about this group and why you should be very concerned or very skeptical about joining groups like it. If you were to ever join a furry or ABDL or baby fur or whatever, any kind of group, and definitely if it's kink, fetish, or lifestyle related that you would not want in the public eye, if there's ever a cost with that and they claim that it's for your privacy to be protected, it is a bold face lie. No one can protect your privacy. Just like if you join a baby fur group, a furry group, Twitter, whatever, and someone says you're protected from your friends and family finding out, that's a lie. And let me explain why. Me and you could both join the group, be best of friends. Yeah, chummy, chummy, chummy. We're best of friends. We pay this money to them because they say we're safe. Well, then me and you, who are best of friends, we've hung out in person, gotten to know each other a little bit. Well, all of a sudden now we're fighting. Boom, 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 boom. Um, and guess what? Now I can out you to your family because I know who you are. And what is this group going to do? Ban me? Okay, well, I still know where you work. I know where you're that. So that is things people, I would never do that. I have people I really don't like anymore. And I really hate to say that. I really disagree with some of their actions and we don't talk anymore. And I would never out them. Not even to their family, which, one of them's mother is a good friend of mine. And I could, but I would never do that. That is disrespectful. But when you go into these groups and they're wanting $100 to join their group, that's bull. I mean, I could see paying $5, $10 memberships, if because a lot of these groups and chats do take time and, in some aspects it costs the owners that run them. Like Howler, if they had a $5 a month, like, thing, kind of like Patreon, if they wanted to charge $5 a month per member, I would have no problem with that. That pays them a little bit for their time for working on it, and it pays them to pay for the service that we all use. I have no problem with that. But when a group outlet says we want $100 for you to join, that is nothing more than them running a money scam, and they're just putting money in their pockets. Because we'll say they get 5 people to join their group. Well, that's $500 in 1 month. Or in most groups, they're not. They really take off, and it's like, we'll say you have 100 furries and they're all paying $100. That's a lot of money. That's like what, $10,000? I mean, sign me up. I would take a $10,000 a month. But no, don't ever trust someone that says we protect your privacy. No one will ever find out that you're a furry or baby fur, ABDL, whatever you're into. Those are all scams because no one can protect your identity and you and what you're into except for you. and I would never trust anybody because it's like the most I trust is like going to a furry convention because they have my legal name. They would have certain information that's my personal information. Never put that stuff out on social media. I mean, it's like even my human Facebook account isn't my real name. I intentionally make it not show my real name, so if someone ever found it that I didn't want, it's not my personal name is not out there, and a lot of that stuff, because that stuff is very serious. If people can get a hold of it, identity theft is a very serious thing. Protect yourself, because I wouldn't want my identity stolen. Let's see. I'm gonna go back to the comments. So if it looks like I'm looking off to the side like this, it's just because I'm reading your awesome comments, guys, because you guys are all awesome. I know what one. Autism does not help either. I was suppressed by the suicide rate in people that are in spectrum. Yes, that is another one. There are a lot of people that are autistic that have those issues, and I get it. If you ever feel suicidal, guys, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, the best thing you can do is a lot of you guys don't know me personally, so I mean you could obviously message me and talk to me, but you're much better off talking to someone close to you in your family because they're going to know the situation better than I would. But if you are having a tough time even talking to them, reach out to me, reach out to somebody else here in the chat. Definitely if you're in my hub there, I got some awesome admins that, they they really care, and they wouldn't be one of my admins if I didn't trust them. So if something comes up, reach out, talk to one of us, talk to somebody in the group, just be honest and say, "Hey, I'm struggling with this and I need help and I have no one to go to." And I will do my everything I can in my power to help you out or get you in the right direction, because suicide is very serious. And and I hate to say it, a lot of people think it fixes the problems, but it doesn't. Because yeah, you may not be here no more if you do that, but now you're leaving behind a lot of people who do care about you and are going to wonder what they could have done. So don't do that to them. Don't do it to yourself, because you rock. We all rock. I love you. And yes, and people that push for money. I say that, but yet then I got Patreon and merch and stuff like that. But I don't pressure you guys. If you want it, buy it. If not, don't. But yes, again, pushing that, there's a lot of scams with that. There are speaking of pushing for money, there is someone on Twitter, I think is how you pronounce it. They go by many different names. They are a fursuit ripoff. They claim that they make these fursuits and they'll make your fursuit for whatever your budget is. And I'm sorry, if someone says, "Well, what's your budget?" $1,200, and they're gonna make you a suit that sells for $5,000. It's a ripoff. Run. Save your money. They tried to get me 3 different times. All 3 different times, the red flags were enough to say, "Nope, not falling for this." Um, let's see. Well, I'm on this autism spectrum. I have Asperger's syndrome, as I just have more of a harder time interacting and communicating with people in public rather than online. Yes, like I said, and I get that. Um, Man, I wished I had the best thing to say right now, but I'm kind of, my mind's like drawing a blank. But yes, I get it. So we will do a future video on autism. For those that don't know, I do have a video series called Furries with Disabilities. We really haven't done a whole lot with it because I have a lot of people that don't give me enough info, and I have to do the research, and it just takes time away from other things, and I'm working, doing this, running a business, and several other things. It just makes it hard for a pup to keep up. So maybe we could talk about Night Sparkle. Message me on Telegram, Facebook, somewhere if you're follow me on any of those. We could talk about this, and maybe we can do a video on it and get some awareness for, because I know autism has many different levels. So yeah, I'd love to do a video on that. So guys, this video is a little longer than I meant it for it to be. I appreciate all 8 of you viewers that are here. And one of you has won a special surprise, and I will be contacting said person at a later date today to let them know they won. So if you do not follow me on Facebook, Twitter, or Telegram, and if you are the winner, I will be going through your to the email. So it should be sending you an email or contact information. I may have to comment through here to you. So, guys, for those that don't know, I am doing secret giveaways. The reason why I stopped announcing the winners and stuff is because we had people in the past telling my winners that they need to tell me that they don't want it, yada yada yada, because they wanted the prize. And to prevent that stress from you guys, I'm doing secret giveaways and I'm announcing winners at end of videos, or not end of videos. The winner of this video will be announced in the next video, but the winner will know today that they won. Okay, guys, have a wonderful day. Love you all. Stay awesome. And before I let you go, since I love you all, I need more hugs. Oh, the best huggers. Yes, you are all the best huggers. Oh, I want another hug. Lick. Bye, guys.